Making the news this morning, Anambra government holds workshop for newly recruited teachers. Dr. Omenuha calls for support to Soludo's second-term bid for more development. NHIA mandates to issue authorization code in 1 hour. President Zelensky confirms Ukraine troops in Russia's Belgorod region. Security is here to stay in Anambra State. In the Anambra, security is everyone's business, and for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something, report unscrupulous elements to the security operatives for better security of lives and property. Remember, the emergency numbers to call are 5111 and 0800 00008. Good morning. My name is Ajuluchuku Okabwe. Many thanks for joining us. Primary schools, the Post-Primary School Service Commission, PPSST OCA, has organized capacity building workshop for the newly recruited teachers in Anambra State. The new teachers, drawn from the 6 education zones of the state, during the workshop were engaged with experienced facilitators and experts in the field who guided them through interactive sessions on carefully selected topics that address challenges and opportunities that we'll encounter as teachers. Facilitators at the event were the chairman, PPSSC, Professor Nkechi Ikediogu, Professor Naomi Samuel, Dr. Uche Okeke, Dr. Bebiana Okoli, Dr. Ernest Chukwuka, Dr. Ngozi Ekunife, and Mrs. Benedine Anago. In an address, the chairman, PPSSC, Professor Ikediogu, appreciated Governor Chukwuma Soludo for offering the job to the teachers and for ensuring that things go well in the education sector of Anambra State, adding that the goal of the training was to ensure that the teachers were well equipped to provide quality education to Anambra children. Professor Ikediogu described the training as a significant milestone not only for the teachers but also for the entire education sector, saying that as teachers they are entrusted with the noble responsibility of shaping the minds of the future leaders and should such inspire and motivate students so as to contribute to the overall development of the state. Ndi Anambra have been urged to support the governor and the transformation agenda of Chukwuma Soludo to position the state for sustainable development. Speaking to the ABS and ABGA chieftain, Dr. Mike Omenuha said that the emergence of Governor Soludo as the ABGA candidate in the coming November governorship election is a welcome development and confirmation that ABGA is happy and satisfied with his achievements so far and is confident that he will do more for the state, noting that Governor Soludo has justified the mandate given to him by the people of the state. Dr. Omenuha was of the opinion that his re-election will enable him to consolidate on what he has achieved in various sectors and further entrench templates of good governance to guide future administrations, which he said will make the state a reference point not only in Nigeria but also in sub-Saharan Africa. He urged the people and residents of the state to look beyond party affiliation and personal interest, as well as consider the collective interest and future of the state, and give total support to the governor for him to complete his vision for the state. A stakeholder of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, Chief Ebuka Onuko, says the wide consensus of the people of Anambra State that Governor Chukwuma Soludo should be re-elected for a second term is based on his outstanding achievement within 3 years in office. Chief Onuko Wu disclosed this after the entire members of the All Progressives Grand Alliance across 21 local governments in the primary election unanimously affirmed Governor Soludo as the sole candidate of the party for the November 8th Anambra governorship election, stated that the governor has performed better than past governors of the state within 3 years to deserve a second term. He lauded Governor Soludo's spectacular performance in infrastructure, security, education, health, human capital development, and urged Anambra to keep supporting Afghan government to guarantee steady development of the state. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has publicly acknowledged for the first time that his troops are active in Russia's Belgorod region, which borders Ukraine, saying that they have continued to carry out active operations in the border areas on enemy territory. Comments also referred to Russia's Kursk region, where Ukraine still holds a small area after a major offensive last year, as Moscow has now since retaken most of the territory. Zelensky said the main objective was to protect Ukraine's Sumy and Kharkiv border regions and to ease the pressure on other parts of the vast front line, particularly in the eastern Donetsk region. A report says going forward, authorization of care and insurance of authorization codes by HMOs shall no longer exceed 1 hour from the time of request by providers and for all emergency cases. Authorization codes shall not be required before commencing treatment, but shall be obtained within 48 hours of commencing care as stipulated in the operational guidelines. Similarly, health care facilities, HCF, are to promptly submit requests for authorization codes to NHMOs to mitigate service access delays to enrollees, and shall be a communication of a response of no authorization within the 1 hour period within the HMO as justifiable reasons for not issuing the requested code. NHIA said there shall be a maintenance of records of all requests and responses for treatment. Authorization by providers and HMOs where delay occurs beyond the 1 hour timeline, the healthcare provider will be expected to proceed with rendering services to the enrollee and thereafter inform NHIA immediately after such services have been rendered. It encourages enrollees to report any delay or barrier to timely access to health service resulting from receiving authorization codes in excess of more than 1 hour limit, independently to the NHIA. The NHIA noted that while the new directive came into operation on April 1, 2025, the authority will regularly review compliance with the revised timeline and provide necessary feedback to stakeholders. Now to sports. Former cruiserweight world champion Tony Bellew has backed Anthony Joshua to defeat Daniel Dubois should they meet again on a rematch. Bellew expressed confidence in Joshua's abilities despite his previous defeat to Dubois. The first fight between the two British heavyweights saw Dubois score a heavy knockdown at the end of the first round before finishing Joshua with a conclusive knockout in the fifth. Joshua had been rebuilding his career following back-to-back losses to Alexander Usyk with knockout victories over Francis Ngannou, Otto Wallin, and Robert Elionis. Dubois scheduled to fight Joseph Parker in February but withdrew due to illness, who he has been mandated to defend his IBF strap against 49-fight veteran Derek Chisora. Remember that you can follow programs and news of the ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at ABS Television Orca and on X at ABS Radio Television and also on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. Before we go, a look at the main points. Anambra government has held a workshop for newly recruited teachers. Dr. Omenuha has called for support to Soludo's second-term bid for more development. NHIA has mandated HMO to issue authorization codes within an hour. President Zelensky has confirmed Ukraine troops in Russia's Belgorod region. Security is here to stay in Anambra State and the Anambra. Remember, security is everyone's business, and for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, Let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to the security operatives for a better security of lives and property. Remember, the emergency numbers to call are 5111 and 0800220008. And that's the size of our package this morning. Many thanks for joining us. Have a pleasant morning. My name is Ajuluchukwu Okabwe.